This episode is brought to you by Audi. The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the all-new, fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. It's not just a new EV. It's a new way to experience driving. The all-new, fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron is here. The next chapter of Audi starts now.
I can say to my new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, hey, find a keto-friendly restaurant nearby and text it to Beth and Steve. And it does, without me lifting a finger. So I can get in more squats anywhere I can. 1, 2, 3.
Will that be cash or credit?
Credit. 4.
Galaxy S25 Ultra, the AI companion that does the heavy lifting so you can do you. Get yours at Samsung.com. Compatible with select apps. Requires Google Gemini account. Results may vary based on input. Check responses for accuracy.
Hey, Fidelity. What's it cost to invest with the Fidelity app?
Start with as little as $1 with no account fees or trade commissions on U.S. stocks and ETFs.
That's music to my ears.
I can only talk.
Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Zero account fees apply to retail brokerage accounts only. Sell order assessment fee not included. A limited number of ETFs are subject to a transaction-based service fee of $100. See full list at fidelity.com/commissions. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
You're listening to the Animation Addicts Podcast, episode 247, Ranking the Disney Sidekick Songs. Welcome to the Animation Addicts Podcast with the Rotoscopers, the #1 place to get your animation fix with animation addicts just like you. Each episode, we dive into the wonderful world of animation featuring Disney, DreamWorks, Pixar, and everything in between. From hilarious discussions and movie reviews to interviews with industry insiders, this show's mission is to brighten your day through our love of animation. So hop on your nerdy couch, grab some snacks, and get ready to hang out with your animation besties because it's time to dive into today's episode. Hey there, animation addicts. My name is Chelsea Robson. I'm Morgan Stradling. You know, we are going back in time to our series of the best songs in Disney animation and ranking them by the different categories. And we discovered after some time that we missed a whole bunch of these. And the patrons and the fans, they let us know. We missed these things. So we're back. Yeah, we had a little bit of a break, and I think we were talking with the patrons one day, and we were discussing certain songs, and realized, wait, did we ever talk about that? No, we didn't. Okay, so what category does that fall into? Did we forget it? No, it's its own category. So we have 2 more of these. There may be more, but this is the first of the 2. We're continuing our music series. We should include a little link in the show notes to all of the other ones if you want to listen to them. They've been a lot of fun. And mad props to Chelsea, has done so much work going through all of the track lists for every single Disney movie, Pixar movie. Well, we haven't really done Pixar, but just Disney is enough. Don't bring Pixar into this. And so she's done so much work compiling these lists. And so thank you, Chelsea. But we have no more time for that. We need to get into the main event, the best sidekick songs from Disney movies. So the formula for a movie musical, every song has a very specific purpose and is written to drive the story forward. Most of the time, unless it's a filler song. But we have an exposition song, the start, that kind of like opens it up and says, here we are. And generally it's like most of the full ensemble singing. The who, what, when, where, why. Yeah. And then you have the I Want song, which is the main protagonist at the beginning of the show, basically to express the end goal that this person has. Mm-hmm. And then what do they want and why do they want it? These are main things, like why are we here? Mm-hmm. So then we have the villain song, who is the song that shares the antagonist's goal or their path that they're already on. And sometimes it can be used as the quote, I am song, which is quite interesting. Yes. Then we all know about the love song. We all know about the finale song. And, we also did the filler song. Yes. Good times with the filler songs. Good times with the filler song. That one is a good one. But we did not go over generally the main protagonist has friends.
They do?
I mean, most of the time they have, maybe it's a small little creature that goes along with them. Maybe it's an actual like big blue genie that happens to help them along. These are always some type of a song that either adds to the angst of the story or a jump forward for the protagonist. So today we are going to be talking about the Sidekick song.
Ooh.
I have rules, Morgan.
Always.
You have to have rules. Otherwise, what are we talking about? It's going to be in one of the canonized Disney animated features. That's rule number 1. It must be written for the movie that it is in, meaning it can't be a pop song that they placed in there and made it a thing. Because we're still talking about, musicals, and generally they're all written for the show. Then we also have the character must have a speaking part. Otherwise, they're not really a full character.
Are there characters that don't have speaking parts that have sidekick songs? How would this work? They're humming?
The reason I say this is because it could just be like the narrator singing on top, or it could just be...
Okay. Phil Collins songs don't count for any of this.
No. Phil Collins songs don't count for this.
Yes,
unless it's the actual character singing, which unfortunately...
Trash in the can?
We already used that, though, for the filler song.
Yes, true.
So I don't know if that...
Yeah, no, it's totally a filler song. It's not a sidekick song. It's just hey, we really wanted to get NSYNC involved in the credits.
Right. Exactly. Okay, so the song must have words. Otherwise, it would be score. So that's the difference.
Okay.
It's not the I Want song, not the love song, not the villain song, not the opening or closing credit song, and not a filler song.
Okay, perfect. So it cannot count. It has to be one or the other. If it's already one of those, it's not a sidekick song.
Not a sidekick song. So, for example, the love song Beauty and the Beast, sung by Mrs. Potts, she is a sidekick, kind of, but that's the love song that outweighs the sidekick.
Wah, wah. Sorry,
wah,
Mrs.
wah.
Potts.
You are done. Okay, so we are going to be starting at the beginning because that is the best place to start. And that is with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I put forth the song, Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to work we go.
Yes, absolutely. They are sidekicks in a way. And that song isn't necessarily filler, but it is very important to them.
Well, right, because a filler song, it couldn't describe that person or their goals. And it couldn't push the thing forward. So this one, it describes them and their goals. They go off to work, and this is who they are. So that's why it's hi-ho.
A classic. A really, really great example of a sidekick song.
Okay, so next we have in Pinocchio, Jiminy Cricket, obviously.
Not only is he a sidekick, he's a conscience.
He is. That is a weird, you are both in me and outside of me. That's weird. I mean, okay. But Give a Little Whistle I thought was a good song for him. So that one also a good sidekick song, I would say.
Yeah, I love that song.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better are member-only doorbuster deals. Right now, rewards members can save $40 on an Allen & Roth Chesler Gold faucet. Was $99, now $59. Plus, save $110 on a Cobalt 40-volt battery trimmer and blower combo kit. Was $279, now $169. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/24 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Xyzal is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Zysol keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
So we moved into Fantasia, and unfortunately, because there are no words in this, I can't actually add this, but I do give an honorable mention to the broom in Fantasia in The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Nice.
Because, Okay, so Dumbo, there were two that I thought I'm not sure fit. Okay, so one of them for sure fits is When I See an Elephant Fly. And then the other one that I'm not sure of is Look Out for Mr. Stork. Da-da, da-da, da-da.
Ooh, mm-hmm.
But that one isn't sung by Mr. Stork.
Right.
So
About
I don't
Mr.
know.
Stork.
Yeah, I don't know if it truly counts.
Yeah, what would that be? That's just kind of a filler song, but not? I don't know. I guess throw this into the pile at the end of everything else. The kitchen sink of, yeah.
Yeah, that's the kitchen sink pile.
That'll be our third episode in this series. Or not the third, that's probably the 10th, but.
Right. Okay, and then Bambi, we have Let's Sing a Gay Little Spring Song. That's the other one where I'm like, it's not the actual... I do love that song. Let's sing a gay little spring song. It's fun. But it's also not sung by the character themselves. So yeah. I would assume that falls under the kitchen sink.
It's kitchen sink. Mm-hmm.
It's
a little ditties. Yeah.
Yeah, the little ditties. Okay. That's another one. The little ditties.
Beautiful.
All right. Then we're going to go into Cinderella. And I mean, here are two fantastic songs.
Mm-hmm.
Bippity Boppity Boo.
Wow.
And the working song. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can help our Cinderella. I mean,
both fantastic songs. Now, this is interesting because these characters, a lot of times the sidekicks don't have a huge part to play. They'll kind of get a song here or there, but the mice are really important to Cinderella, getting her to where she can without magic. When that fails, because of the evil stepsisters, Bippity Boppity Boo and the fairy godmother steps in and takes control and does it through song, which is the greatest way ever. I wouldn't expect anything else from someone magical as her.
Yeah, and it's such an iconic song that I don't think you could do anything without it.
Right. I don't think anything else on this list is going to beat that if we were going to rank these.
Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. There are some pretty iconic songs coming up, so we will see that.
Okay.
The next one I have on my list is from Lady and the Tramp. What a dog.
Ooh.
He's a tramp.
I always skip this one on my Disney CDs.
Really?
You know what I'm talking about? The red, the blue, the red, the green, the purple ones.
Right.
The mega hits or whatever from the early 2000s. And my kids are listening to this now in the car. Like every time it's like, the instrumental comes on. I'm like, next. It's a good song. I just don't know why I can't get into it.
Okay. I mean, it's Peggy Lee, though.
I know.
So I like it. I will add it to my possible list, and then I will whittle it down.
Okay.
All right. Sleeping Beauty really didn't have anything. The only songs that I could find were Score. Scumps was a filler song. One of the best filler songs. Okay. 101 Dalmatians also doesn't really have a song for a sidekick.
Okay.
Great score, though. Fabulous score.
The George Bruns.
The Sword and the Stone. That one was harder because if you go to the list, I have the list all, click on there and you can look at the list of all of the songs in the soundtrack. And we already did Higatus Figatus, and that was him.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also like Swim Like a Fish. That's what makes the world go round. But I don't know how if those are considered sidekick songs.
Yeah. Do. That's a kitchen sink song. I mean, it's not really a sidekick song. It's sung by the sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
He sings quite a few songs.
He does.
Mr. Merlin. Yeah.
But it doesn't really explain who he is or his goals. They're just kind of like going along with it.
They're songs to help the protagonist.
Yeah, songs to help the story move on. But and there's also no definitive "this is my song" other than "Hiccutus Ficcutus," which we already talked about as a filler, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. The Jungle Book. This, I mean, two of the most iconic songs in Disney is "The Bare Necessities of Life Will Come to You," good old Baloo, and then "We're Your Friends."
Yes.
We're your friends to the bitter end, the bitter end. So those two songs, I think, are some of the greatest songs. Did we do "That's What Friends Are For" just because of that's what Shere Khan sings? Because if I did as a villain song, then that's wrong.
If I did,
and I don't really want to go back and check because that was a long time ago. But if I did, Hiss, as I was going through it, I was like, oh yeah, "Trust in Me." That is definitely a better villain song. And I'm just going to say that would have been the villain song of that song. And then these are just two Sidekick songs, which I
don't. I'm looking up this and I don't see it at all. I don't see that was included. You totally skipped out on Jungle Book. So for sure, Hiss's song would be a villain song, and not this one. That's What Friends Are For. Literally has friends in the title and talking about what their purpose as friends are.
That's true.
It's definitely a Sidekick song.
Okay, now the Aristocats, Thomas O'Malley. Everybody wants to be a cat because a cat's the only cat who knows where it's at. Tell me. I love that song so much. So yeah, that's definitely going to add to my short list.
Okay.
Okay, so then we're moving on to Robin Hood. Not in Nottingham, I'm inclined to believe
those songs
if
are
we
so
weren't
good.
so down, we'd a family. I just love the minstrel. He's so good. And Robin Hood, Little John rocking through the forest. I actually use that one as one of the like exposition songs. So that's why it doesn't really go with this one.
Perfect. Yeah.
But yeah. See, there's so many of these songs that I'm surprised that I'm able to like remember what I use them all for. But they just make sense for what they're supposed to be.
Right.
Okay. So Rescuers, there really wasn't any. That one is score. And you also have like some other songs that are like pop-ish kind of songs.
Yeah.
But no character is actually singing. So that doesn't work. The Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. We didn't have a lot of these options. But this one definitely has one. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tigger's a wonderful thing. The tufts are made of rubber. The bottoms are made of strings. They're bouncy, bouncy, fun. The most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one.
I'm the only one. I love that. I love, it's not Jim Cummings, but it was Sterling Holloway, who's the original Tigger. Was he Tigger? I know he's Winnie the Pooh. Was he Tigger as well? I don't know. Jim Cummings takes both of them now. Says, no, I'll take 2 paychecks. Thank you very much.
Right.
That's a good one. It's quick, it's short, it's to the point.
For the session or for the character?
You would know. I imagine you get paid.
I would assume it's for the session.
Interesting.
But least
then you get your royalties on both.
If I were paying somebody, I would do it per session. I'm gonna you do whatever voices you got. I got you for an hour.
Yeah, exactly. Invent new characters for all we care. Just go.
Right. Okay. The Black Cauldron. Nope.
The Black Cauldron will never make a list. Is there any songs in that movie?
No. And even for score, I thought the score was lackluster and just not inventive.
That is the dark days.
We do not talk about that movie.
We go up from there. Thank goodness we finally covered it on the show.
Thank goodness, yes.
It's like, because people always ask you to do it, like, do Black Cauldron, like, 'cause it's so iconic that it's just so, like, obscure and bad. And then, but then you do it and you're like, yeah, there's a reason why we always used to fall asleep during this movie.
Right.
But yet people really want to hear us talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, okay. But the next one, The Great Mouse Detective, unfortunately, the only songs that I could see as a Sidekick song would have been the filler song, which is Let Me Be Good to You. So we're moving on to Oliver and Company. And the friends in this one is Tito, Einstein, Rita, and Francis, and they are singing Streets of Gold.
Awesome.
We just watched that, so there you go.
Yes, we did. It's a good one. Very 80s.
Very. Now we are finally making it into the Renaissance era. And we have two options. First, we are the daughters of Triton, great father who loves us and named us well.
Quata. Adrena.
And then we also have Under the Sea, there'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans
under the sea. Oh, wait, wrong series.
I mean, Under the Sea is probably, if you were to say this is what a Sidekick song is for, it epitomizes that. Do you agree or disagree?
Oh, absolutely. Not only is this one of the number one Sidekick songs, the best Sidekick songs ever, it's one of the number one Disney songs ever. Definitely makes the list on that.
But it also it's him really giving a great option of showing the protagonist two choices, and her having to make that decision after seeing the full breadth of what her choices are. And I think it just does a great job. Daughters of Triton, it's a fun ditty. Had to throw it in there.
It's cute. It's a good one.
Rescuers Down Under. There was a song that Wilbur is singing when you are first introduced to him, but it's not even on the soundtrack. So it doesn't count, I guess. And I think it's a pop song too. But he's just singing to the radio. Honorable mention. Okay.
I love it.
Beauty and the Beast. Here we go. Lumiere and Codsworth singing.
Oh.
Be our guest. Be our guest.
Howard Ashman does it again, of course. He's involved. He's going to be making the list. And he knows how to do it right. He knows how to, we need to have the opening number. We need to have the I Want song, the villain song. We need to have a little Sidekick song, maybe some filler here and there, love song. I mean, he had this down to an art form by this point in time.
Yes. All right. And moving next into Aladdin.
Woo!
The audience goes crazy.
That was the weirdest woo I've ever done in my life.
You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend like me. Good times.
Wait, never had a friend like me.
Doom. Applause. Audience goes crazy.
I could just quote that whole movie.
I know. Oh.
Yes, indeed.
Oh gosh. Okay. Nightmare Before Christmas really didn't have anything that I would consider a best friend song. You had a lot of Jack Skellington singing to himself and singing to others, and there wasn't
good old
a lot
Jack singing to himself.
There wasn't a lot. So moving on, The Lion King. Now there is one that's everyone's really going to go for, but you also have Zazu and The Morning Report, which is oh gosh, why are they trying to make this a thing?
Quit making it a thing.
It's not going to be a thing. So we're cutting that one. But Timon and Pumbaa, Hakuna Matata.
Absolutely.
What a wonderful phrase.
It's really good. Iconic, classic. Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
You don't get much more iconic. Okay. And then a Goofy movie. Actually, I didn't see any Sidekick songs.
Yeah, it's so funny. You're only Disney canon. And we're going to throw a Goofy movie and Nightmare Before Christmas in here.
But those
aren't part of the canon.
But they've also been like on every other movie list that we've gone through.
Yes,
I just copied and pasted all of it because here's how I've done it. The very first list that I made, I turned every name of the movie into a link to the YouTube soundtrack list. So I could go through easily and be like, okay, this is it, this is that, this is that, this is this. And I wouldn't be able to do that again. So because I did it on that first one, I did it on all of the others as well. Okay, so here we are.
I mean, I have no problem with the Goofy movie, but just to clarify so we don't get emails, I understand that Nightmare Before Christmas and a Goofy movie are not part of the Walt Disney Animation Studios canon. They're honorary mentions, so we're including them. And they don't have any songs anyway that work for this.
For this subject, yes.
For this.
All right. So for Pocahontas, you have Grandmother Willow, listen with your heart. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, Grandmother Willow.
Exactly like that, huh?
Uh-huh. Wah, 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 wah. My best representation. Hunchback of Notre Dame, you have the Gargoyles singing A Guy Like You. Come on.
You never know, sir. A guy like you, a girl does not meet every day.
There you go.
You got a heart.
I had that one, and maybe these other two are more kitchen sink, because I also had Topsy Turvy and Court of Miracles, because I don't really think those are like the best sidekick. So definitely the Gargoyles is that one. But Topsy Turvy and Court of Miracles were great songs. Maybe they're more on the kitchen sink side.
Yeah, throw them in that sink.
All right, Hercules. I got one last hope, and it's up to you. Good old Phil.
Oh, yes.
This is a
Hercules
great one.
So much. It's just one of my favorites always and forever.
Yes. And then I'm pretty sure this is the song that made us create this list in the first place. Mulan, I'll Make a Man Out of You.
Yes, absolutely. Donnie freaking Osmond. Let's just give him a round of applause. He is amazing. This song is amazing. This is what we were talking about on the Rotocast. We were saying, we were listening to the song. I'm like, this is a top 10 Disney song. And I'm like, wait. Top 10 Disney song. We have not discussed it in the least. Yeah. So it's going on the list.
All right. So the next, I'll just go through the couple of these. Tarzan, like I said, it was, Phil Collins was the only one really singing.
Yeah, the early 2000s, they're really struggling. There's, from Tarzan through Bolt, there's nothing.
Yeah. I mean, Emperor's New Groove, I went in there and I was like, there could have been songs. You had Walk the Llama Llama, and I'm just like, nope. Yeah. But it's a whole decade of nothing, of best bud songs.
That really is a great way to describe it. A whole decade of nothing. Just kidding.
Wah, wah. Then we're moving into The Princess and the Frog. Ooh. All right, so this one, that I have a couple different options. You have Louis, who is When We're Human. Da, 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 da. That's one of the songs that I think of most when I think of Princess and the Frog.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is Gonna Take You There. And then Ma Belle Evangeline, which is so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Gotta Dig a Little Deeper. Da, 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 da. So yeah, those are the 4 songs that I was like, do you have any preference as far as like, is this the best sidekick song of this movie?
Surprised there's 4 potential options.
I know.
When We're Human and Dig a Little Deeper. Those for sure to me seem like the top of the top.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'd make my list.
They're not going to make my short list either.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm not going to split hairs here, but yeah, sure.
Right. Okay. Tangled. I've got a dream. Did we? I don't know if I put this somewhere else. I definitely wouldn't consider this a filler song.
It, but
yeah,
I'm not sure where it ended up. But it has so much of the sidekicks that really are just there in that one scene, and then off we go.
Right.
Nonetheless, it's not like Flynn Rider has a song or Pascal.
Right. Exactly.
Flynn Rider does sing a wee bit in this because he's just all about money. So
yeah, and it explains everybody. And even later on, you do get, I'm going to say that it is a Sidekick song. I'm not sure how high it'll go on my short list. But we'll see. Winnie the Pooh, didn't really, those were mostly other people singing. It wasn't a lot of the characters singing. Wreck-It Ralph, that was soundtrack and score. So no singing characters. Frozen. Here's my two things. Would Reindeers Are Better Than People be considered a Sidekick song?
Is it Sven's song?
I mean, it is about Sven.
But it's about Sven, but it's really about Kristoff.
It's really about Kristoff, yeah. Either way, I would say in summer.
There, sure.
In summer is definitely for sure the best Sidekick song of the two.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, we'll throw that one in there. I don't know if that one's going to go very high on my short list, but I will add it to the short list and reevaluate in a second. The next one, Big Hero 6, didn't have singing. Moana, you're welcome.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And thank you.
Maui is so good. He's hilarious.
He is. Okay, so Ralph Breaks the Internet, nothing. Zootopia, also nothing. And then Frozen 2, we're getting into it. When I Am Older, that's Olaf. Reindeers Are Better Than People, reprise. And then you have Evan Rachel Wood in All Is Found. And then I just had to throw in, because it is one of my absolute favorite songs that never made the film, was Gotta Get This Right of John
Still
McGraw.
So mad they did not include that ending. It is so much better than the way it's done.
It is. It is so much better. But I mean, even all of these, the When I Am Older is definitely going to be from Olaf. But even then, I didn't feel like it was a great Sidekick song. It was just Olaf's song, you know?
Also saw Elsa's songs and Kristoff's song really are the only good songs from that.
Yeah. So, all right. Raya and the Last Dragon, all score. And Encanto. Would you say that there is a Sidekick song in Encanto?
mean, I'm surprised that you have nothing on this list for
added
Encanto.
It last minute.
Okay, so I would put
this hadn't come out yet when we started doing these things.
Oh wow, we've been doing this for months at this point.
We have.
Wow, time flies. I think Surface Pressure with Louisa is about as sidekicky as it gets, because it's really about her. It's about how she feels, but it's helping the main character understand what's going on with her family life. You know, it's all about the family and the house. So I would say Surface Pressure, and I love that song. I love the visuals. I love the song. I love the animation.
Okay, there you go.
You know, and then the other sister has a song I can't recall, but it wouldn't make my list. So
yeah, it wasn't as good. But yeah, Surface Pressure is fun. I liked that one. Would you consider Don't Talk About Bruno?
Oh man, we got to talk about it, huh? So now, okay, so what would that? I mean, is that like a villain song? I feel like it's kind of a villain song, because he's kind of perceived as the villain, the bad guy. We don't talk about him. What else would it be? It's definitely not filler, because it's incredibly important to the plot. Let's go through our list. Okay, so it's not exposition. It's not an I want. Potentially could be villain. It's not a love song. It's not a finale. It's not a filler. So is it a Sidekick song, or is it a villain song? Or is it something else?
I would say it is the villain, because it's the only one that would be considered his song.
Right. And even though he's not the one singing it, it's 100% for sure about him, his motivations, his backstory, what's going on, how people perceive him.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our list, huh?
Yeah, so that is the full long list.
Okay.
Now we are going to be going into our short lists and organizing them.
Let's just do top 5, because you and I have these massive lists. We kept adding.
That's true.
We have about 16 on our list. We're just going to force ourselves to make a decision. So. Okay. Ooh, so hard. Homer, who is your favorite Indian pop singer? Oh, don't make me choose.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so here is my list. Number 1, Under the Sea. I think it is just incredible, perfect song. Next, I'll Make a Man Out of You, the one that sparked this whole debate and discussion. Number 3, Be Our Guest from Beauty and the Beast. Number 4, Bippity Boppity Boo. And rounding in the top 5, Friend Like Me.
Okay.
There's so many good ones that I had to cut.
Yeah, no, like you mentioned, there's like 16 on my short list, and if we're just doing for top 5, oh gosh, I would love to do a top 10, but
well, go for it if you have to.
Nah, we're going to stick with top 5. All right, number 5 is Be Our Guest. Number 4, One Last Hope. Number 3, Bippity Boppity Boo. Number 2, I'll Make a Man Out of You. Number 1, A Friend Like Me.
Wow, Friend Like Me is your number 1.
It is. You ain't
so
never,
good.
ever had a friend like me.
I am
it's the
shocked.
genie. How do you say that?
One Last Hope.
I'm shocked.
Made
I'm shocked
it.
that you're not that high.
I love it. No, I do. It's just those other ones are just too iconic, I guess. Wow. Well, there we go, guys. Let us know your thoughts for the best Sidekick songs. Are there some songs that we missed? Because we probably did, despite all of Chelsea's best efforts. Trust me, I'm not meaning that in like a mean way. Okay, how do I say that? I don't mean that in a mean way at all. I'm just saying it happens, okay? We're human.
When you're human.
Exactly. Let us know. And of course, you can get the full list at rotoscopers.com/247. If you're a patron, you get access to our show notes that has the links to everything so you can click and listen to those different songs and playlists. It's very, very fun. And of course, thank you to all of our patrons. We are sending out our patron gifts every year. If you are a Diamond patron, we send you a big goodie bag of all sorts of really cool things. There is a Hercules-inspired item in there, which I will mention
gimme.
Yes, it's a good one. So I'm excited about that. I will mention it in the next episode. At the very beginning, I'll talk about it. And we're really excited. We're going to be doing Rotoscopers hats. Those are taking a little bit of time to get created, so I'll be sending those to the patrons later. But I wanted to get them their goodie bag soon. So if you're interested in becoming a patron and supporting the show and checking out all the different perks and tiers, we have a wide variety of different tiers that you can donate, and we appreciate anything that you can do. And a big thank you to all of our patrons, whether you've been a patron for 1 month or for years. Thank you so, so much. So go to rotoscopers.com/patron. And guys, with that, that's all we have. Until next time, we are the Rotoscopers. Hello, hello. I am recording. Hello. Very attractive. Cool. Well, I'm recording. Recording.
You're recording?
I'm recorded.
Oh, goody. Well, looks like I'm recording as well, and I'm checking my levels, and it seems like they're okay.
Just okay?
Which is great.
Okay is great. Okay is great. Love it.
Okay.
Let's go kick some honey buns.
I turned off my fan so there won't be a little hum. Sounds good. You recording? I'm recording. Shall I record Skype? Might as well.
Wow, I didn't know we're on Skype as well.
Oh, Zoom, whatever. Like
we're
extra prepared. Never die.
We have our Zoom backup, we have our regular backup, and just in case we're on Skype too, we have a Skype backup. Don't you worry.
Throw on Discord and signal strength. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. That's
voice
hilarious.
Memos.
You've been listening to the Animation Addicts Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and be sure to leave us a 5-star review. We're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you listen to podcasts.
And if you want to help spread the word, be sure to share the podcast with your friends on social media. Just don't forget to tag us at Rotoscopers on Instagram and use the hashtag Animation Addicts. For all the links and full show notes for this episode, go to rotoscopers.com/podcast. Now, if you still can't get enough for your animation fix, be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and visit rotoscopers.com for more animation news, reviews, and interviews. Thanks for listening.